The truck doesn't look a whole lot different from the last video. I did get some stuff done. The wing windows are completely rebuilt, and I got the glass installed, so the doors are completely done. Got a windshield getting installed tomorrow. I'm not attempting that again, already broke one. The bed is hopefully getting put on tonight. The boys are coming over, plan anyway. Now, originally this truck is a Silverado trim, so it has all the chrome bells and whistles from the factory. That's what we're gonna be doing today, putting all that stuff on. Tailgate trim, wheel arch molding, drip rail molding, cab trim, and badges. Not gonna do the side molding. Not a fan. I was gonna wait to do this video until the truck was completely assembled, but we gotta keep her moving here. Let's check it out. First thing we're gonna try and attempt to do is get on this cab wraparound trim. I think this is gonna be about the hardest thing we have to do today, just because we gotta get this thing perfectly straight, and then we gotta get it to line up with the end caps right there. So here's the deal. Whoever had this truck before me took off all the Silverado stuff, and then they went ahead and filled all the holes, which is fine, I guess. But that means I don't really know where to put these clips, and I don't really want to drill holes either. So the plan is we're gonna load all these clips into the back of the channel here for the trim, and then use double-sided tape. Now, getting it straight will be the interesting part. Before we just go throwing on this chrome trim anywhere we want, we need to make sure it's gonna line up good with the end pieces. So for these, we wanna watch the drip rail molding here, because we don't want it right up against like that. There's probably an official measurement for this, but we're just gonna guess and make it look good. This tape is about 7/8 of an inch wide. I'm hoping we can just use that along the bottom of the glass there as a guide, just one strip of tape, which is right about there. I think that's actually gonna work pretty good. Courtney's here. Oh. We decided we're just gonna do a piece of tape on either side just so we can get the ends straight. We'll hold the molding up so we can see if it looks straight. Holler if it's crooked. Looks straight. Yeah. I'm gonna mark halfway on the trim. Already marked the halfway point on the cab, and then all we'll have to do from there is just line up our lines. 64. This is hard. We got 64, so right about here. Put a piece of tape. And we'll mark. Cool. They give us 5 of these little clips, and we'll just kind of strategically place them throughout. So these are what you would normally screw into the back of the cab. Make sure we don't interfere with the corner piece. 3M double-sided tape on the back of all those plastic clips. I ended up doing 2 layers on each one, because with one layer, it was pretty much flush with the metal. So now it's sticking up past a little bit, just enough to grab it. Get all these red backings peeled off, which is gonna take forever. Tape is peeled. Now this stuff's pretty sticky, so it would behoove us to get it on straight the first time.
Okay.
All right, I'm pretty much ready to push. Is it still center? Because I'm gonna stick.
Yeah. You stuck?
Yep. Good? Yeah. Now I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Check. Yeah, we did pretty good. Sweet. For the corner pieces, I already did the driver's side, and I just took the original bracket and ground the stud off. That way I can use 3M tape again. See if we can get this put on. There we go. Looks good. Nice and straight. Got an even gap right here. Sweet. We'll quick put this drip rail trim on to match the other side. This is pretty simple, just snaps right on. There we go. Shiny. Next, we're gonna get our Silverado badges on the fender. Again, from the factory, there would have been holes to mount these to, but we don't have any holes. I already got this side mounted. We know the measurement of what the holes are supposed to be. So using that information, it's 3 5/8 from the edge of the door to the center of your hole. To get the measurement for just sticking it on like we're doing, it's a 1/2 inch from the edge of the emblem here to the stem. So we take a 1/2 inch off 3 5/8. So that's 3 1/8 inch. So that's what I did. Put a piece of tape here at 3 1/8 inch. And then the other measurement, 2 1/2 inches down from the body line right here, and that's how you get your holes. What I did is just measured 2 1/2 inches on my piece of tape, marked it, and that is center of the emblem. From there, the emblems come with this little plastic spacer thing, and then I just taped it up, double checked all the measurements, pretty much traced this whole thing with tape. That way when I stick the actual emblem on, it'll be right on. Pretty much right like that. Now I'll get this off of there, put the real deal on. All right, I cut off the 2 little stems and then put double-sided tape, 2 layers of it again. That way it'll sit nice and flush on the truck. Steady. Sweet. First thing we're going to do to the bed is get the wheel arch trim on there. I got the truck out of the way. All the trim and chrome and badging is now on. It's looking good. Just need the windshield in there yet with the chrome lock bead. and then that'll be it. The wheel arch moldings are pretty simple to install. Just little sheet metal screws, and all the mounting holes are still there for these guys. That's one side. Trim is bolted up on both sides. We'll move around back to the tailgate now, get that trim on there and the taillights. All right, I got the taillights in. We're gonna put in the tailgate trim. I brought a bud. I don't see a hole. Oh, is that a hole? Is it long? Stand by. How's it look? Dusty. Should have polished that. That looks cool, because it used to be the wrap. How far did the wrap come? Well, it would have been all of this, right. So it was silver on silver. Yeah. But now the contrast is very nice. Got the bed completely done now. It's ready to go, ready to get put on the truck. And honestly, that's the only thing we're waiting on. Putting the bed on and then the windshield. So a guy came out today and he wasn't able to get it in. He left me a little note. No charge at least, but this is the second guy I've had out to try and put in this windshield. And I guess they keep breaking them. He did give me a referral to another guy. I gave them a call today. Hopefully they'll be able to come out soon. Because after the bed's on, that's gonna be the last thing that we're waiting on. And that's gonna suck. And who would have thought the windshield is what is gonna hold me back from going on the first drive, but such is life. Evan's on the way over now. He picked up my engine hoist from John's house. He's bringing it over, and we're gonna try and use that to get the bed on the truck. We did get all the fuel doors hooked up with the filler necks last night on both sides. One thing that will be interesting is the bed mounting hardware uses carriage bolts. And the only problem with that is when we were taking out the bed bolts, some of these holes got watered out. And that's not gonna work. I had thought about modifying the carriage bolts, cutting off 2 of the edges to make it flat to get on it with a wrench, but then after you do that, there's not much holding it on top of the bed. So I think I'm just gonna get some hex bolts for right here. I'll be able to use the carriage bolts up at the front. Those holes seem to be in good shape still. We'll get the bed pushed outside with the truck, and we'll see if we can rig up some kind of hoist, strap, something. I don't know. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
I'll just watch you.
Sounds good. Oh, there's the wheel.
You can do a motor and trans, no problem.
Where are you going? I don't know. Where are you going?
Test fit. Might have to go in a little cattywampus.
Why'd you have to make it that tall?
I'm sorry, I didn't. There was no specs.
Higher. Perfect. Lock on the drum sideways.
Ja, sideways, ja.
Yeah.
Oh, ja.
Try again. That's about all we got.
They put the roll pan on already.
Me.
When you thought you were gonna have help.
We triangulated some ratchet straps in each of the corners and then used some of the bed bolts to hold it down. I think it'll work. You think it'll work?
I think it'll work.
It'll work. Some towel for protection. And we'll just kind of see what happens here. Do we have liftoff yet? Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Makes you a little heavy in the front.
A little front heavy. Tighten the front ones up a bunch. Let me let it down.
Oh! Wow. Okay. I was going to just say.
Oh, that was your strap. The one that was frayed that you were worried about.
Come on.
Alright. Well, it doesn't match, but I guess it'll work. Don't whisper that, please.
Let's hook this in here.
I'm gonna add some tightness to the front because it was kind of nosediving. Take 2. You be the strap inspector. I think we're gonna be alright. We just gotta get the card out. Hang tight, little straps. Here we go. Tell me when, brother. Whoop.
That's probably about where it's gonna be.
Hey, I just thought about something. No, there's nuts on the bolts. Yeah. Hey, there it went. All right. Hey, how'd that happen? Did we have contact? I mean, it was just 3M tape, so. What did you even hit? Like, what? I think it'll be all right. I still don't know what happened. There's no scratches, there's no dings. A little bit damage on the roll pan. Right, yeah. Now I just have to get a chrome bumper, right?
No. Roll pan for life. I just gotta figure out how to get this out.
Could almost jack up the front of the frame with the floor jack or something. Detail that, would you? gone. Let's see what we gotta do. This was not fully thought through because we got nuts. Oh, I can get to this one easily. Hold her still.
I got you, hold boy. Oh yeah, now we got her.
Hold it. Hold it. All right, you're good. See if we can lift this sucker into place and hopefully it just finds its home. Step back. Wow. Thanks, John, for the damage on the roll pan.
Oh, it is?
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
Wiring up the taillights.
All right, hit the switch. Got driver's side. Got both brake. So it's just a running light.
All right, so that's just a bulb. Yep, got reverse lights.
I got both of them?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brother.
It never works.
We got a lot done today. I don't think I feel like doing much more. But it's pretty simple from here. We just gotta put nuts on all these bolts and fix that light bulb, tonneau cover. Oh, we gotta hook up the fuel lines or the filler necks. Probably do that tomorrow. See you then. Thanks, bud.
You got it, bud.
What do you reckon the torque spec is on these bed bolts? Right about there? That's good. All right, to the front. Man, the front one here isn't so easy to get to. Whew. Good. So the bed is now officially installed, completely bolted up. I also hooked up the filler necks for both tanks while I was under there. Now from here, it's just little odds and ends stuff to get the truck done. I got a tonneau cover to put on. Gonna be redoing the wheels. Hopefully the windshield will be in. Gotta straighten the steering wheel, get the horn working. Just a bunch of little stuff, replace those bulbs. Then we can finally go on a cruise. That'll be in the next video though, so that is gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.